Hey guys, be sure to visit my Facebook page store where you can buy anything figure related directly from me. I have a wide variety of figures, accessories, anything ranging from Hot Toys to SH Figuarts, Figma, and third party items as well. All you have to do is message me on Facebook, visit my Facebook page for more info. I'll leave a link in the description below.
With all 6 stones, I could simply snap my fingers. They would all cease to exist. I call that mercy. The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
How's it going, my fellow collectors? I am back once more bringing you another Hot Toys figure review. And this time it's of the MMS 479 Thanos from the motion picture Avengers Infinity War. This figure was delayed a lot for me. I got this figure from Sideshow Collectibles. First they said it was going to be shipping soon, but then they said, oh, never mind, we're going to have to wait because we don't have it yet, and time passed. And finally they decided to ship it out. So I just got it yesterday. And for those of you wondering if I'm going to be getting the endgame Thanos, the answer is no. I'm pretty satisfied with this figure itself. I mean, it would be nice to have Thanos in his full armor, because that's how we all know him from the comic books. It's the classic look of him. But the Infinity War movie was just so awesome that I just decided that it's really not necessary. Also, there's some things that this figure has that the Endgame Armored Thanos doesn't. But we'll get into that further into the review. Another thing, at the publication of this video, I have not seen the Avengers Endgame yet. So, no spoilers, please. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the review, starting with the first category of source information, as usual. As I've already mentioned, I thought that the Infinity War movie was really awesome. Especially Josh Brolin in his portrayal as Thanos. After seeing that movie, I got my new favorite Marvel bad guy. When it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I do have my favorites. For a long time, it was Captain America Winter Soldier. And then when Civil War came out, I think that was evenly matched with how good it was compared to Winter Soldier. And then when Infinity War came out, that just blew my mind. Marvel and Disney keep raising the bar with every Avengers movie that comes out. So I'm sure that the Avengers Endgame is going to be just as mind-blowing. Unless you guys disagree with me, I don't know, because I haven't seen the movie yet. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. So I'm not going to get into the movie of Infinity War, because there might be some people out there who still haven't seen it yet. And if you haven't seen it, I don't understand why. It's been out on DVD for a couple months now. But just know that the source information for this category is going to have to get a 10 out of 10. So that's it for the source information. We'll move on to the next category, which is packaging. Alright, so now we've made it to the category of packaging, and I'm going to try to blow through this as quickly as possible. It's a huge box. As it should be, because Thanos is a big guy. So you get the animated cover art of Thanos in the front and center. Since Thanos is a fictional character and he's not a real person or an actor, in the movie he was mostly CG. I guess you couldn't get an actual picture of the character unless you took it straight out of the movie. So yeah, not bad. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet right there all lit up. On the bottom right, it says Thanos 1/6 scale collectible figure, MMS 479. And then Marvel Avengers Infinity War. On the bottom left, you get the Hot Toys logo and the movie Masterpiece logo. And sort of blended into the Thanos picture, you get a Avengers symbol or logo. Then on one side, you get the rest of Thanos' arm, and in the middle, it says Thanos MMS 479 1/6 scale collectible figure. On the bottom, you get the Avengers logo again, and a little bit of fog. And on the top, you get some stars in space. And then on the other side, you get a picture of the Infinity Gauntlet, and again, it says Thanos 1/6 scale collectible figure MMS 479. And then you get a little bit of the Infinity Gauntlet that Thanos is wearing that wraps around the side from the front. You get more fog on the bottom with another Avengers logo, and more stars in space on the top. And on the top, upside down, it says Thanos 1/6 scale collectible figure MMS 479. And then in the background, you get another Avengers logo. On the back, you get more space and stars in the background. And then it says Thanos Hot Toys Presents Movie Masterpiece Series, 1/6 scale collectible figure, MMS 479, Avengers Infinity War Thanos. Get another picture of the Infinity Gauntlet there. And then you get your warnings and stuff that nobody really reads. You get the Hot Toys logo with all the Hot Toys information. You get the Rebel Base logo, the Secret Base logo, and the Toy Hunters logo. And then on the very bottom, you get the Marvel logo and the barcode. And on the very bottom left-hand corner, you get another little picture of the Infinity Gauntlet. And then once we remove the sleeve, we get the window displaying the figure and all of its accessories. And there's nothing on the sides apart from what I already showed you guys, except for this little picture of the Infinity Gauntlet. And then on the back, you get the Avengers logo again that's blended in the background with a sort of line pattern. And then on the bottom, you get the cast and crew responsible for making the figure. And then on the bottom, it says Marvel Avengers Infinity War. So all in all, not too bad. I mean, it is in theme with the rest of the Hot Toys Infinity War line. I just wish that the picture on the front was a little bit better. I know it's not easy to work with, given that it's not a real character, and it's just a CG rendition of one. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and that's being generous. Alright guys, so stick with me and we'll continue on with the review. Alright, so now we've made it to the category of likeness. And I'm going to cut right to the chase. Hot Toys did an excellent job in both head sculpts of this Thanos figure. Both of them look really excellent. And it's awesome that they gave us 2 head sculpts. It's always awesome on any figure when we get 2 head sculpts. And you guys are probably wondering why I have Thanos posed up with Superman when they're from completely different universes. Well, there was someone who mentioned that in the Infinity War movie, the Avengers could have used Superman's help. And I do think that they probably would have won if he was there. But I am curious to know who you guys think would win in a battle between the Mad Titan and the Man of Steel, with the Infinity Gauntlet involved. But getting back to the category of likeness, like I said before, Hot Toys did an awesome job. Not only with the sculpting, but also with the paint apps and the skin tone. Some people say that the skin tone was too light of a purple and that it should have been darker, but I disagree. I think it's fine. Really nice job. The scars on the face, even the sculpting on the chin. And there was another collector saying that he didn't know if he was supposed to have this dent in his head, but my figure comes with a dent in the head on both sculpts, so I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be there. And on the teeth gritted face, they also did an excellent job on that one too. Most of the time when Hot Toys sculpts teeth, they don't normally come out looking too good. But in this case, they really did a good job. Props to Hot Toys for fine work. They really captured the emotion right there. So for the likeness, I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10. So far this figure is doing really well in this review. In most of these categories. Let's see how long it can last. So stick with me guys and we'll roll on to the next category. Okay, so now we've made it to the category of outfit. And although it's basic, because all it really has is just a tank top and some pants and boots, it's still very accurate to how he appeared in Infinity War. The pants are like a corduroy material, and the best part about it is that it won't hinder the articulation too much. Unless, of course, you try to do the splits, which I don't advise you do, otherwise you'll rip the pants. And the boots also have a cut at the ankle, so it allows for more articulation. You can pivot the ankles a little bit, so that's good. Both parts of the boots are plastic, and so is the tank top. It's a hard plastic. And even around the back, like these parts, it's all plastic. So that kind of hinders the articulation, but not too much. It kind of reminds me of a very Egyptian look, like with the gold plating around the collar and the collar itself. Mine came a little defective. You can see right here that some of the paint rubbed off. Either that or they forgot to paint that part, but I doubt it. I think it just the paint rubbed off somewhere, somehow. But that's how it came out of the package. The tank top also has a sort of texture to it. Some people say that the tank top should be closer to the abs section, like a tighter fit. I don't know if that's true or not. I have to rewatch the movie in order to find out, but it doesn't really bother me at all. And then there's the Infinity Gauntlet itself. This is the highlight of the figure. Excellent detail on everything. Hot Toys really went the extra mile when they designed this. They got like a weathered bronze goldish color to the gauntlet. And the Infinity Stones, they light up really well. The reviews that I've seen on the net of this figure, every time somebody lights up the gauntlet, it doesn't seem to light up very well. Like 3 out of the 6 will light up. But with mine, all of them seem to be lighting up, so I'm really happy about that. So, like I said before, I don't plan on picking up the Avengers Endgame Thanos. I mean, I'm sure it's an awesome figure when it comes out. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. But that one doesn't come with the interchangeable arm. I'm really happy with this one. This one's like the definitive version of Thanos. For me. I mean, it'd be cool if I could have both of them, but this isn't a cheap figure. I mean, when they're almost going for $400, you can only settle for one. So for the outfit, I'm going to have to give it a 10 out of 10. So I'm going to talk you guys through this pose. Obviously, you know where this is from. It's when Thanos was fighting the Avengers on the planet Titan, his home planet. Magic. More magic. Magic with a kick. To quote good old Spidey. Alright guys, so stick with me and we'll roll on to the next category. Okay, so now we've made it to the category of articulation. And I gotta tell you guys, this is where this figure is gonna start to lose a few points. I mean, I know that Hot Toys probably did the best they could, given the fact that this figure is around 17 inches tall. So, you know, he's pretty big and bulky. Starting on the top, his head is on a ball and socket joint. You can't really get it to turn a full 360-degree turn because of the collar here. But he can turn a decent amount. And he can look pretty good upward and pretty good downward. And I think he's got a hinge hidden inside the neck, which you can bend. So that helps in the movement of the head. He doesn't really have a shoulder shrug. He can do a full 360-degree turn with both arms, but you just gotta be careful that the skin doesn't rub up against the shirt here, because it is hard plastic and it will rub off the paint. So be careful of that. If you want to put his arm all the way up, first pull it outward and then rotate it upward. And speaking of moving his arms outward, he can do so approximately 40 degrees, give or take. Single bend elbows. Also, all of these joints are on ratchets. His shoulders, his elbows, his knees, his hips, they're all on ratchet joints. And he doesn't have an ab crunch, given the fact that his tank top is one hard plastic solid piece. You can swivel the waist, decent amount, not too much though. That's also on a ratchet joint. He can kick his legs forward almost 90 degrees, which is pretty impressive. And backward, not too much. He's got single bend knees. He's got decent ankle movement. It can go up and down pretty good. It doesn't really pivot side to side too good. It is a ball and socket joint as well, though. You can rotate the lower part of the gauntlet left and right. I don't know if it goes a full 360 degrees. I haven't tried it, but I do know that it rotates at least 180 degrees left and right, so that's pretty good. Also, there's a swivel at the wrist, and it goes up and down pretty good. Same thing with the right arm. The wrist articulation is pretty good. It's not really a standard Hot Toys articulation because it doesn't really have pegs, but it does have a ball and socket joint. As for the articulation on the articulated hand for the gauntlet, it's pretty good. The fingers have points of articulation in the first and second knuckle, but not in the third. Some of them sort of do move, but not really. Like, it barely moves at all. It's also got 2 points of articulation at the thumb. You can't get very much bend out of that. And the same for the rest of the fingers, pretty much just 2 points of articulation on the rest. And for those of you wondering, he can't do the snap pose with this hand. So it comes up short on that. I mean, they gave us an extra fist for this gauntlet, but it would have been cool if they also gave us an extra hand for the gauntlet that's in the snapping pose, like a molded, sculpted hand. That would have been cool. I highly advise that if you bend the elbows, don't leave them in bent positions for too long because the arms are made of rubber, the outer skin. So if you leave the arms in bent positions for too long, it creates a crease right here, and you run the risk of splitting the rubber open. So I wouldn't advise leaving it in a bent position for too long. That's why they gave us the extra arm to swap it out if we want the arm bent. I also forgot to mention that you can't swivel the arms, so if you want his arms to go across the chest, it's pretty much impossible. So that's a real bummer. I wish he was able to do that, but, Hot Toys, I'm sure they did everything they could, given the fact that this is a big and bulky figure. But that's pretty much it for the articulation, so I think for this category, I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, guys, so stick with me and we'll roll on to the next category. Alright, so we've made it to the category of accessories. And it really doesn't come with much, guys. I mean, the stuff is great, don't get me wrong, but it could have come with more. We do have the extra head sculpt, the angry face, which is awesome, like I said before. And we also get the sort of smirking face. We get the base with the Infinity Gauntlet and the title, Avengers Infinity War. And it doesn't have a metal nameplate for the name tag, just a regular name tag, Avengers Infinity War Thanos. It also comes with an extra floor card to resemble the terrain of Titan, Thanos' home planet. And it also comes with the backdrop that shows more of the planet Titan with the Titan moon that Thanos is about to throw at Iron Man. But I wasn't really impressed with that backdrop because it's kind of blurry. And I just didn't like it because of that. And also the fact that it's too tall to fit into a detolf. That's another problem. I don't think I'm going to be using it. Moving on, we get the articulated arm with the Infinity Gauntlet. It's got the articulated hand on it right now. And it comes with 3 left hands. 1 relaxed, 1 fist, and 1 kind of clenching. And it comes with 2 Infinity Stone hands, 1 articulated and 1 fist, which he has on right now. It also comes with an extra left bent arm and no extra hand pegs, but it does come with an instruction manual. And that's about it. So, I don't know. I feel like for what the figure goes for, the price point, I feel like it could have come with more. Like I said before, I think it could have came with an extra Infinity Stone hand. 1 more with him snapping his fingers. That would have been nice. It could have came with the knife that Thanos gave Gamora when she was a kid, trying to teach her balance in the universe. It could have came with his helmet, even though he doesn't wear it in this movie, except for the beginning part when he takes off his armor. But he doesn't have to wear it on the figure. He could have just came as an extra accessory. He could have just been holding it or something. It could have come with a battle damage Mark 50 Iron Man helmet to make it look like he's killed Iron Man or he's defeated Iron Man or whatever. I mean, yeah, I get it. We got the 2 light up arms, so maybe that's where the money's going. But still, it feels like we're not getting what it's worth, you know. So because of that, and because we don't get much accessories, I'm gonna have to give it a 6 out of 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the review and add up the score, guys, right now. This figure is gonna get a 49 out of 60. Not too bad. The categories where this figure suffered most was the articulation and the accessories. But other than that, it's a pretty solid figure. I do recommend it, unless you guys are going for the endgame Thanos. But like I said before, this look is the definitive look for me. Because Infinity War is probably on my top 3 MCU movies. Alright guys, so if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And don't forget to ring the bell so you can get notifications of my latest videos. And until next time, guys, I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, bye guys.